White opens with, "Your phone is now hacked. Do exactly as I say, and I'll remove the hack. If you don't, then I'll destroy your phone. If you try to block or report me, I'll still destroy it. Now send your age and a live face pic to prove you're real," revealing that they have no idea what they're talking about on the offense. If White really hacked Black, then they would already have their goddamn photo and age. Inaccuracy. Black hits back with, "What kind of phone am I on? What OS?" Not falling for the trap. If White was a hacker, they would know this info, making it the perfect confirmation of danger and a best move. "You have 30 seconds to send them before I destroy it." White chooses to ignore the counter from White, making it super obvious that they have absolutely no power over their device. Taking a wild guess would have been a smarter move than this mistake. At least then there would have been a mild chance of success. Black picks this out and says, "You didn't answer my question," which is the coldest counterattack possible. White is being pinned against a wall harder than a shopping cart in the mall parking lot on Black Friday, and trust me, I've been pinned like that before. This is definitely an excellent move. White replies, "I don't need to," in a blunder, and they clearly do because otherwise they're basically throwing away the match. My man's giving out free elo like it's Christmas or some shit. "It's been more than 30 seconds," is Black's response, looping back to an earlier message like a genius. Now White looks like a dumbass who is all talk, which they are, but that isn't my point. This move confirms that, which is why it has to be brilliant. White explains, "Yup, and it's getting destroyed," in a pathetic parry. It's clearly not getting destroyed if Black is still playing the game. The only thing getting destroyed is their scam after this blunder. "You didn't really plan ahead for people taking you up on your bullshit, did you?" Black points out White's lack of a plan B, and having a liable plan B is a necessity to win games of text chess. Black plays a good move by calling out White's lack of one and starts the push for checkmate. White replies, "Yes, I just destroy it. You think I can't?" And if I got paid 1 cent for every time bro threatened to destroy the phone without doing it, I'd be able to avoid 5 minutes with their mom. At this point, White just needs to give up and move on to their next victim because it's clear that Black isn't falling for it. Blunder. Black gets back with, "I'm still waiting on that." "Look, I'm gonna go get some lunch, you have fun with hacking my phone," showing their lack of care and giving White time to conjure up their next move. For the reason of giving White time to get themselves out of this mess, I'm calling this a miss. A better move would have been a bit of good old rage bait. Next, White kicks us off with a heart emoji, which is a pretty weird way to open a match, but a book move nonetheless. It's actually the most common emoji opening, but used by low elo players mostly. Could have just said hey to play it safe, but I guess not. Black, clearly confused, responds with "hello?" And this is a pretty goddamn rational response to a person sending a love heart. Looks like it wasn't love at first text for White. Good move. White asks, "What's up? How are you doing?" Making things more normal by taking a more laid-back approach. I have to call this a good move because there is nothing wrong with it, although the bad impression has already been made. "I'm good, is Black's forced move a response because at this point they're just responding for the sake of it. Also, why the fuck are they still playing it safe? What a sniveling little coward. It's so obvious that they do not want to be here. White jumps into the scam with, "Sounds great, and I'm doing perfectly well myself as I recently benefited from the ongoing personal and business grant program. Have you heard about the grant program yet? And this blunder couldn't be more obvious of a scam. My guy went from the basic emoji opening to the pyramid scheme gambit in record time. We are deep in the trenches of low elo text chess. No actual business opens up negotiation with a damn love heart. At least most don't." Black replies, "Wow, Nona, that sounds amazing!" "Please tell me more!" "Were they the ones that were able to bring you back to life since you died last year?" And what an absolute miss. How the fuck did my man read this and think, "Yep, this is normal. Oh wait, they're not done. F***ing slimy cunt. Stop trying to scam people. I hope you die in a barn fire, period." Now that is what I'm talking about. This piece of absolute cinema is making me revoke the miss and make it a brilliant move. This amazing attack penetrates every hole that White has to offer, literally obliterating them. Wait, not every hole. Anyway, it also confirms the checkmate in style. Next, hey there, exclamation point. This is Kevin from K Capital, period. I see you had filed for working capital in the past 6 months, period. I can up to 5 and terms up to 24 months, period. I can do daily, weekly, bi-weekly payments, exclamation point. Are you still looking for funding at a better term, question mark? White opens with the most NPC message ever, and I think I'd rather read all the Dork Diaries books than this boring book move. Black hits back with, hello Kevin, I fucked your wife, escalating the move instantly with a crazy offensive move. This is great rage bait used on an obvious scammer though, so it is definitely a great move. White replies, let's get you funded, deflecting the insult with a best move, continuing his business proposal as the bills do not pay themselves. I would know. The bill collector is probably breathing down his neck as we speak, and he is gripping on me at the same exact time. Black responds, your wife has a tight ass. Going deep into detail now. It sounds like detail isn't the only thing that Black's gone deep into either. I'm quite jealous. This great move continues the attack and forces White to defend again. I know, I eat it every night. Let's get you funded, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, is White's brilliant counter, and I'm in utter shock. Bro broke character just to take a hanging piece. It is a brilliant move that you cannot appreciate. Let's get White funded instead. Black responds, ha 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 ha, ha ha ha, thanks for the laugh dude, but I gotta pass, crushing White's hope instead of selling their scam with a good move. Laughing before saying no was not tough though. Next, I am James and I am asked to message you. Your brother has been robed and hurt, in need of care. Please cash up $450 through me, please. We all know, yes, you and me, that you're supposed to send a picture of the hostage to confirm they're real. Rookie mistake. Damn, bro took Black's brother hostage and broke the opening principle for it. Black gets back with, my brother Boimler is in Bratislava this week, period. And what the fuck is that name? It sounds like a failed Harry Potter spell, but forces White into a corner. This is a good move for proving White wrong. White replies, yes, it is him at that place. A doctor is required fast. In another mistake, because if this story is true, the doctor would be phoning them for a $10,000 bill, not a $450 ransom from a random man on the internet. White's attempt to funnel money from Black is already dead in the water, like my chances of not dying alone. Unless I find the guy, I meant women, for me. Black then says, so I don't send the money quickly, Boimler might die, question mark. Like a literal dumbass. This scam might actually work because Black has missed it with, you guessed it, a miss. Their brain needs to be studied because it might be missing too. Yes, a danger is present. Will you send the money fast? White starts the push for checkmate by starting to secure the money with an excellent move. The best move would have been sending their bank details alongside the message to speed up the process though. White then drops a plot twist. I think not, period. When he dies, I receive $125 million from his will, period. Please tell him I said goodbye, exclamation point. What a trophy move. This dude knew it was a scam all along and has finally trolled the scammer, revealing their time has been wasted. You have gotta love it. You are wicked and hell waits for you is Black's response, and I think hell would rather invite the person who tried to steal $450 than the winner of a text chess match. Definitely an inaccuracy. Next, White starts with, hello, I'm Lisa from Higher Art USA. Are you interested in a flexible remote position? Question mark. And any semi-functioning human would not trust this shit. We all know that a job offering coming out of nowhere is way too good to be true. This is a common book move in the scam world, and everyone, yes, you and me, that is included, have received this message at least once. Black hits back with, your mom's interested in flexible positions, completely debunking the scam and attacking White with an excellent move. It's so excellent that White resigns the match faster than a gamer pulling the plug after getting teabagged twice. Also, you should join my Discord pretty fast too, because it lets you submit messages from my videos. Next, hello, how are you doing today, is White's polite and neutral book move opening that aims to keep things friendly. A common trick used by scammers to gain trust from potential victims. Black sees right through it and says, just send me the virus link, in a great move on the defense. If you're gonna scam, you might as well cut to the chase and save both players some time. White sees the vision and sends the virus link right over, and even the link looks suspicious as fuck. http://sas-autos stats.com/? Link equals 253723311/T5G9Y/? SC equals 1 and SC equals 1 and I equals 1 and PPY equals 3990999. Yeah, if you click that shit, you deserve whatever virus it contains. Inaccuracy. Next, White asks, what happened to Finn? I'm Sophia, period. Are you beefy? Is it? Trying the gambler's gambit. This is when scammers take a wild guess at their opponent's name, so if it's right, they gain some authority. Beefy is a questionable mistake of a guess, though, I must say. Adolf would have had a higher odd than that shit. Black hits back questioning, what the kind of name is Beefy? And I have to agree with this forced response. The only thing I think of when I hear beefy is the beefy melt from Taco Bell. Those things are fire. Yes, sorry, I entered a few wrong numbers. Sorry to bother you, period. Is White's mistake of an attempt of defending the attack. And not gonna lie, the only acceptable move here would have been resignation and a learning experience. Beefy doesn't even come up on mynamestats.com. That's when you know how bad bro fumbled. Black replies, look man, if you're gonna run this scam, you gotta change the name away from beefy. What the hell is that? Offering advice to the scammer. Personally, I wouldn't help this man because they have the potential in the scamming industry of a glitter bomb at a funeral. Ain't no one gonna invest in that mistake. White gets all defensive and says, I'm very sorry, you are a kind and polite person, period. Have a nice day, period, before resigning the match, but just before they hit the resign button. Black sneaks in, wrong, in all caps, and checkmates just in time. Absolute cinema. Next, White accuses, I have pictures of you doing bad things from your computer camera, period. I have also installed virus on your computer that can monitor everything you are doing, period. I will send the pictures of all your contacts if you don't listen, period. Kindly text me back at this number and I will tell you how to pay the fine, period. What does bro mean fine? This isn't a goddamn parking ticket. This good move is actually crafted quite well though, especially if Black is a gooner who has edged a lot in front of their camera before. Black replies, knock yourself out, blood, taking things as seriously as a toaster at a barbecue competition. They clearly see right past a scam and have no fear in their second being leaked, even if they do have it out there. Probably because it's massive. If that's the case, I might want to take a look, just for, scientific measures. Great move. I am seriously, period. If you don't pay, you will be very sorry and very embarrassed. White hits back with an inaccuracy, continuing their scam. Making a spelling mistake against someone who is clearly gonna rage bait you is not smart. Asterisk, serious. I knew it. The best move from White aims to piss off the scammer and begins to threaten a very promising checkmate. Black would be stupid to not resign. Fortunately, they are stupid, and Black responds, okay, be like that, in a miss. The best move would have been to leave straight away. Oh, and to like and subscribe. Next, 1000. Hey, it's Walmart's 40th birthday! Join us for today's $1,000 gift card giveaway now! Offer expires at 5 p.m. White plays a good move because this scam would definitely work on all the boomers out there. Oh, and British people, somebody please invest in their dentists. Black responds with an image showing the actual age of Walmart, which is 56 years, completely disproving their scam without even speaking. Bro's message has more aura than all the anime villains combined, giving this a brilliant move. Next, White says, hello, my name is Simon from Barclays Bank, period. Can I have your bank details, PLZ? Many thanks, Simon. Hello, bank details, PLZ, which is a crazy opening. My guy started begging for the bank details before rejection even came. You can tell this guy has lost a lot of matches recently with this mistake. White cannot be bothered with a player like this, so chooses to abort the match before it properly starts. Next, White asks, Ella, are you working today? A basic book move opening, simply trying to figure out some information. At least that's what they want you to think. Black replies with, yes, keeping this simple vibe with a good move. Damn, this is the most chill opening we've had in the video so far. Nobody has lost the $1 trillion yet. I'm Annie dear, have you forgotten me? Is White's response followed up with a picture of themselves. I'd say they're hot, but it isn't a guy. This great move reminds Black of who White is, just in case they aren't aware. White is aware and replies, no, I remember, and something about this good move tells me that this people have some bad history. These guys definitely have some lore that goes longer than One Piece. Oh, ... Sorry, I entered the wrong number. I hope you don't mind me, but nice to meet you. I'm Annie. Okay, this is the most body bot that has been botted in the history of bots. It couldn't be more bait that these responses are automated because White literally said they remember. That means it isn't the wrong number. dumbass clanker. Outrageous move. White responds, no, it's right number, I am Ella, introducing themselves back to the bot, clearly trolling in some way. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're actually into these oil drinkers. If that's the case, I will refer them to character AI. Good move. Black, aka the Nut Muncher, replies, can you send picture? And I know exactly what kind of scam this wireback is trying to pull off. It's one of these things where they try to trick their victims into thinking a woman actually likes them. After that, they ask for money to fly out, and then poof, the victim is left wondering where their supposed love at first text has despawned to. Since it's so obvious, I'm grading it a blunder. For the picture, White sends a communist man, followed by, Annie, do you like my pic? Annie, with an amount of eyes I would rather hang myself than count. This troll got a little giggle out of me, which is why it's a great move. Next, White starts with, hi, your FedEx package with delivery code : and then a code I don't want to read is ready for pickup at : the website. This is clearly an automated message, and we all know that it's illegal inside of text chess. Letting a stupid clanker make the moves for you should not be allowed. Mistake. Black hits back with, hi, ! Welcome to online casinos, ! Thank you for placing a bet by entering your number into our system, ! £50 has been charged from your number, ! And holy shit, this move reveals the biggest crossover in history. Two scammers have collided. White is probably shitting themselves after reading this great move, and the reply shows definitely that. What no cancel? Cancel don't take my mony. Cancel the bet is White's way of literally begging like a little bitch. White plays another mistake here by allowing Black to take the game by the scruff of the neck and taking the weaker position. Considering how obvious the scam was, I can see why they are so desperate to keep £50. That's likely all they have. Black replies, thank you for placing an additional bet into our system! £100 has been charged from your number! While this is obviously not true, White's a dumbass making this an excellent move. All White needs to do is open their bank account to see this isn't real, but their brain functions clearly as fast as a sloth. No, stop, please cancel the bet, I beg you. White closes the game with a blunder, allowing themselves to get checkmated. If only they just checked their goddamn bank. It isn't that hard. It also isn't that hard to click the playlist that's coming on screen now for more games.